Hi, Mary. Welcome back again.
Welcome back.
So,
We are going,
oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, I'm saying, no, that's all right. Go ahead.
We're going to now take you through the email platform of NowSite in the marketing section. Everything in marketing is going to be tied to your marketing tab. So we've gone over websites and we're going to now go into email. There's a couple of things that you need to know about email before we get started on building and making and creating. You see the Add New button here. You've already synced your email account to it. So before you get in here, if this does not say synced, you'll need to refer back to the video on opening your account. This is going to tell you how many emails that you have sent this month, what your limit is. Your emails per the day, okay, is 500 per email account. And when does this counter reset? So this is very important if you're getting ready to send out an email blitz, and let's say you want to send out 2,000 emails and the event happens to be on Tuesday. You know you're not going to get all of your emails sent in that time period. Where you can go in and add an extra email, that's in the Getting Started button that we'll talk about here in a little bit. We will title it Getting Started. It's where you set up all your connections. So make sure that if you're sending out an email, you know how many you can send out for the remainder of the month before this resets to 15,000. Everybody gets 15,000 every month if you're on the premium plan with the emails. Now what we want to do is I want to tell you what these buttons represent. You can list all of your email campaigns and your newsletters, okay? Or if you just want to work in your email campaigns, you can then just go work in your email campaigns. Newsletters, when you do your 3-click marketing, and we will cover that next in social media, but you need to know that the template is already here for that newsletter to go out. So I'm going to edit one of my pages, okay? This is a debt payoff newsletter. It's on my account. It tells me where my account email is going to come from. And you can also connect lists, but this one is already on that debt payoff. So your template is just that. It is a template. Don't try and rearrange. Don't come in here and change this block at all, because what it's already pre-formatted for is your subscriber's name. So it's going to say, Dear Steve, Dear Mary, Dear Susan. Doesn't matter. It's going to pull it from your contact information. The only thing that I'm going to recommend that you do is you come and edit the text box. You want them to find you to be able to call your phone. They want to be able to go back to the website that they saw the information on, triggering them to go back to see what they saw, okay? And they want to set up an email. On the email setup here, it will pull in, it says email, it will send an email to me, but I have already named the message that's going to go in the subject line, and I can already put messages down in the body. Understand, most people are lazy. They're going to pick up where you left off. They're just going to simply say, need to talk to you. Here's my number. Want to reply back to you. Here's the information. Okay? So when you have your email set up in your email, they don't have to hit reply on it. They can simply come down here and click on the email. It opens up their own email, pre-fills in all your information, and then they can just add to it. Okay? Very valuable tool, especially if you're got a keyword here in the subject line that you already know is coming back from your newsletter. Okay, you can also come in here and change the color, the size, anything you want to do, you can be customized in this. Okay, so You still do everything that you do in Word, can put it right here. As a matter of fact, I also recommend, just as Steve said, lay out what you want to see on a website so we can just then fill it in to the way that you want it to be. But also when you write your emails, you're going to write them out 3 to 4 sentences. That's it. Nobody's going to read a book unless they're already invested into what you're saying or product. Okay? So from that standpoint, you're going to keep it simple. You thought you might be interested in this image, video, or article that's going to slide in this post right here. You could have this Learn More button go back to your landing page as well. There's nothing to say you can't have that. You can also come up here and draw in a large image. So if you have an icon, such as we loaded the R on the other page, you can have that be on the top of your page. Okay, so if you have a logo or if you have a slogan and you want to put it at the top of every newsletter, that's perfectly fine. Okay, just don't change any of the dimensions here. Okay, so that is what a newsletter is. Okay, now on your email campaigns, you're going to have an email for every single page that you have set up. So each one of your landing pages comes with a newsletter, and you can connect an email chain to it. I'm going to click in on this one. I already have 4 emails selected in this list. Okay. I can pick, excuse me, which website I want connected. I can connect multiples also. Okay. You can select another list down here. Okay. Can't select the same list. Add. Okay. Now, when you're going to go in here and edit, didn't save it, you can now go in and edit the email. If you want to write your email and it's not already published, it's not already in your back office from a team leader, you can come in here, you can drag a headline in. Okay, same simple tools as before. Okay, there's your headline. This is the large text box. So what I said, it opens up more or less like Word. Okay, you can write it in Word, copy it from that program, and then paste it in here if you want to. This is going to give your followers another email outside of your 3-click marketing. If you email them every single day, the blog post or an article that you've already preset, this is how your people are going to stay in touch with you, and you're going to stay top of mind to them. Okay. You can also edit the footer down here. By clicking on the footer setting over here, you can have your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your privacy policy. So they're going to be able to click on privacy policy and read it. Steve, do you have anything else you want to add to this side of it?
No, I like it. What I really think is that newsletters are incredibly important, and because it's your first real contact with somebody, especially when you're using the social media marketing tools, and you really want to make a really good first impression. So think of it as a conversation with someone when you're writing your explanation. They're there for a reason. Make sure you fill that need. And so take your time, compose what you want to say if you're going to compose some original stuff, but also work with your team leader to make sure, and then other people who may be in the same business as you, and find out what's worked for them. And again, this goes back to the first module when Mary said team section, because this is, if you have a successful drip email campaign, you may want to share it with other colleagues and let them copy and duplicate what you use. As we know, duplication is the key to success. So this is why the team section becomes incredibly important when you start sharing websites and newsletters, email campaigns, and other things like that. But as you can see, just like the website builder, if you can dream it and imagine it, you can pretty much do it. So Mary, excellent job once again.
Hold on, I'm not done. I'm not done.
Sorry, you're not done yet. Okay, good.
I'm not done.
Super.
All right. So,
oh yeah, I almost forgot. Yes.
When you have set this up and you want to edit this, do you see this send schedule over here? Mm-hmm. You can actually have it send immediately. Okay. So you're not going to send all 4 immediately. Okay. This one you may select 1 to 2 or 3 days out. Okay. And this is how you schedule it. You can do immediately, minutes, hours, days, or months. We have several different strategies when setting up your email campaign, depending on where you're going. So we can get into that in our tips and tricks at the end. Okay, but you'll want to come in and save each one of those to a different time so that can run. So the 3rd email goes on the 2nd day. The 4th email goes on the 4th day. You could have that extended out and change that to on the 5th day. Okay. Change that 3 to a 5. Now, it could also be you want to send them a year from the time that they signed up in your box. That's 365 days from now. Okay. So just depending on when you want that person to get information from you is how you can establish that. Now, everybody on 365 in that box would get it from the first day that they signed up with you. Okay. So be aware of that situation. So if it's somebody that you don't want to reach back out to in a year, you have that short term, but you also have that long term to do. Okay. Over here on the radio buttons, these 3 dots right here, you can pause and it pauses that email. So if you're not ready for that email to go out, you can simply pause it. If you like the style of that and you wanted to duplicate the layout and you're going to change the content, just simply hit duplicate. If you want to send individually, you can send that email out to one single person. So you're going to type in the contact and hit send. The other ones down here, you may want to rename what your website, what your email name is over here. You may want to move it to something else, or you may want to completely delete it. So understand you have all of these features as well as to be able to run or pause that. So let's go back up here to this one. And now I want to run it and it's going to turn it to a green light over here. Okay. So if you don't want something to show just yet and doesn't want it in circulation, you can build it before it goes live. Okay. In the tips and tricks, you'll also be able to show where you can hide your website while it's still under development. So in our tips and tricks, it's going to be a lot of short little information pieces about how-tos. So if you didn't see it here, check our how-to section. Now, for that matter, I am done with the emails and the newsletters, unless Steve has something else he wants to add.
No, again, just to reinforce all these interesting tools that we have, multiple lists as you grow them. You know, you can send single emails or bulk emails. It doesn't matter. It's how you construct and how you connect lists and how you use the tool and do that. So that's it for the email module. Mary, anything else?
Nope.
And
not
as
for
always,
the email.
And as always, we'll see you on the flip side.
Mm-hmm.